Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. So as per usual, the timestamps will be in the description bar below, as well as the comments. And let's just get started here. Okay, Aries, the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Let's see. Seven of Pentacles wanted to pop out. It didn't come out though. Could be some sort of a waiting game between you and this person that you're thinking of. Or there could be a question about your investments in this connection. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles could also speak about kind of looking at the energy that you've invested, the effort that you've invested, and asking yourself, is it worth it? Bottom of the deck, we have the World card, and then we have the Devil. Seems to me that it's a very unhealthy cycle that is coming to an end, is how your person feels. They may feel like something about this feels more real this time around, like about an ending. They may feel like what you said is what you meant, like there's no turning around or you're at the point of no return. But it's like they're acknowledging what's not working in this connection, but they feel like it's over, or they're not sure if they can do anything to save the connection here. Okay, how is this person feeling about Aries? You could be dealing with the Capricorn. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this is someone who is held back from you, in the current moment here. So this week there is an energy of them thinking of you or thinking about the connection here, but they're not really sure what their next steps are. They feel safer in your silence. Okay, Capricorn energy again. We have Aquarian energy, Seven of Swords. Seems to me, Aries, that this is someone who feels like they have something has been revealed. So the word that I'm getting here is mask. So they may have been masking their emotions towards you. This may be an individual who is possibly not being completely honest with you, but the dishonesty or the secrecy in this connection is what's bothering this person this week. Okay. As far as the Seven of Swords goes, they may also be reminded of some sort of dishonesty or even being very strategic with you. And that is really bothering them. Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that is not moving in the deck here. So I don't feel like this person is communicating with you this week, although I do feel like there is, some sort of truth that has been revealed, and this is not someone who is pleased with their behavior. Now, it's not to play the blame game, but it could be someone who is just focused on their dishonesty, or they feel like there was some sort of dishonesty on your end. But it is coming through to me as they're focused on the secrecy or dishonesty that was present in this connection. Okay, with the Knight of Pentacles, they are acknowledging that things are not progressing between the both of you, but there's this energy of them feeling like, I don't know if I can do anything to save this connection. I don't know if there's anything I can say to change Aries' mind. The Tower. They feel the way that things ended between the both of you was very unexpected, okay? But I'm more so getting an energy of someone who is feeling like there is a realization, like the truth that is being revealed is making them realize what they could have done differently, or is making them realize how strong the bond was all along, right? Like what they could be waking up to could obviously vary. It is a general read, but I see this as, a severe wake up call because of a truth being revealed. And that's a very persistent download that's coming through here. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Eight of Swords. Yeah. This person's really affected by the dishonesty here, Aries. Okay, so again, guys, I'm not here to play the blame game. So whether it's they feel like you were being dishonest with them, or they were being dishonest with you, it could be a mutual energy here, but they feel very stuck because they feel there's a lack of clarity, a lack of truth. Okay, and there's something about a mask coming through. So this person could feel like someone's mask is kind of has fell off, or something has been exposed here, and they're not really sure what to do moving forward. They are thinking about you. They're thinking about you quite a bit. with the Eight of Swords, but that's when you're consumed by your thoughts and you're having a hard time figuring out your next actions here. The Death card. Very heavy energy here, Aries. This person, when they're thinking of you or the connection that they have with you this week, it's like a very heavy energy of feeling like, okay, this is over. I'm having a hard time accepting that it's over, but I'm also having a difficult time thinking about what to do to solve this. There may be pessimistic thoughts that are flooding your person's mind where they feel like there is really no solution here, or kind of like an energy of this is over and I need to let it go. But they feel this attachment towards you. That's why we did see the devil as I opened your spread. The Judgment, wow. Judgment, Tower, and the Death card, 3 major arcanas. This person feels like there is so much in this connection that has changed. They may even view you as your perception has completely shifted when it comes to them. And reality is kicking in or sinking in, for a lack of better terms, for this individual. That's why they're like, okay, well, the truth is revealed. Aries doesn't view me in the same light. And something about this ending feels more real than it ever did. So this is someone where you've had a falling out with them, Aries, but you guys would make your way back to each other. But something about this time seems really severe. It seems very real. The Hierophant, wow. They feel like there's a lesson behind this connection here. They may even view you or the connection as something that was a catalyst for their growth. You could be dealing with a Taurus. This is also giving me the energy of someone feeling like, the differences are being highlighted more specifically when it comes to your values and their values. This could be religious or cultural factors as well. But they're realizing that something has not changed or something is not working in this bond, but instead of working on it or finding a solution, things are coming to an end. The cycle is closing out. Whether it's time is playing a large factor and they feel like it's too late to do something, or they genuinely feel, they don't have a solution here. 3 of Swords. This person's very broken. I will say that. They're very broken. They're very torn. So if your question to me, Aries, is, okay, well, is this person hurt? Or is this person, thinking about me or the situation, and does it cause some sort of sorrow like it does for me? Yes, it does cause them hurt, as you may be feeling as well. But 7 of Swords and the 8 of Swords is someone who's more stuck in the dishonesty. And we have the Judgment, Tower, and the Death card, which is someone who feels like they need to let something go. They feel like, okay, this is over. I need to stop holding on to it. This is over. It's difficult for me to release, but I don't know what to do to save it. Okay, Aries, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Taurus. Okay, Taurus. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Let's see. Nine of Cups. Okay, and we have the Devil. Some of you could be dealing with the water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or a Capricorn here with the Devil. Seems to me that the person you're thinking about is most definitely thinking about you, maybe even a little more than they would like, okay? Because the Devil could speak about obsessive thinking. But the Nine of Cups and the Devil, Taurus, this person feels like they have a very deep desire for you, but something about it feels very unhealthy. So it could be someone who's even viewing you as temptation, or there may be another situation at hand that is causing them to feel guilty for having emotions for you, because they have this deep desire with the Nine of Cups, but we have the Devil on the other hand, which is either, like a monkey on their back, or feeling guilty for feeling so deeply towards you. Okay. How is this person feeling about Taurus? Now, the devil, as well as a nine of cups, guys, it could also speak about a very overindulgent energy. So there could be something that is taking a toll on your person this week, whether it's like, they're over drinking or they're overindulging when it comes to like junk food or when it comes to doing something that is not the healthiest for them, but they may be using it as a coping mechanism here. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups, so you most definitely could be dealing with the water sign. If that's not the case, Taurus, this is someone who's operating from their heart space. This is someone who feels like they have a lot of emotions for you and they want to tell you how they feel. We have the Moon card, okay? Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces, and we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this person wants to reveal what they have been keeping suppressed, and this has a lot to do with their emotions. So this person feels like they have been thinking about you, they have been thinking about this connection, but they've also been keeping it to themselves. So there's like this energetic shift taking place where they want to be more vocal with you. Okay. Knight of Swords is letting me know that this person is thinking about something that they communicated to you, but they feel like it was very impulsive. It was not thorough. It was not intentional. It was kind of just in the moment, and that could be something that they regret. Okay. So whether this is a harsh exchange of words, whether this is someone who wanted to have the last word in a conversation, they feel like they were very impulsive with you, specifically pertaining to something that they communicated. 10 of Cups. This person has a very deep desire for you, and more so a desire to like build with you. The 10 of Cups speaks about someone viewing you as their end all be all. They have commitment on their mind. And I really feel, the message that's coming through from your person is I want to tell you how I feel, because they have been keeping it suppressed for quite some time here. Four of Pentacles, yeah. This is also someone who may be going through some issues in their personal life where they're choosing to be held back because of that. Okay. It could be someone who, for example, if they're going through some sort of financial issues or it's something to do with their living situation, they're trying to get it under wraps here. They're not someone who's comfortable with revealing what's going on in their personal life, or they are not comfortable with being open when it comes to what's bothering them, or like essentially what they're going through. It seems to me it's something to do with their stability with the Four of Pentacles. They want more structure here, okay? I do see that, but there's something about the way that they communicate with you that they want to alter, that they want to change. So, like, even if you're connecting with this person, they may not be fond of the way that you guys speak to each other, or they may not be fond of the way that they are closed off when it comes to the emotional department. There's something pertaining to the way that they communicate with you, Taurus, that they want to change. Nine of Wands. Seems to me that there was a blocked energy following a conversation. So you're going to know your situation better than I will, but this person could have you blocked, or maybe you have them blocked. But how they feel is there was a conversation, and then after that, you guys did not speak again. Or there was a conversation, and maybe, someone here felt like it rubbed them the wrong way, and then they decided not to speak to the opposing party again. That's what I'm getting here. A conversation followed by a blocked energy. So if it's not quite literally blocking this person's number, or this person, not blocking you, it could just be that the conversation ended and they're not sure how to get through to you. There's something very defensive about their energy with the Nine of Wands. There is something very like on the fence. I don't trust the situation, or it's coming through to me more so defensive. Like this person could be wanting to communicate with you, but there could be certain things that they don't want to hear, or certain things that they don't want to acknowledge. Possibly a sense of denial. The Hanged Man. They do feel like things have been stuck for quite some time here. And as much as this person may be having a change in perspective about you, they're also focused on how you're viewing them. And again, going back to the conversation, which is what's coming through persistently, this person may feel like, a conversation that you guys had, whether it was a truth being revealed, whether it's just being open with each other, whether it's someone's true colors being revealed, they feel like it has changed your perception of them, or your perception of the connection. The Two of Swords, yeah. And I was just speaking about denial. Two of Swords is your inability to make a decision because you don't see something clearly for what it is. It's having difficulty accepting the facts of a situation. That's why in traditional tarot she's blindfolded. It speaks a lot about being in denial or picking and choosing what you want to focus on. Two of Cups. This person cares for you quite a bit. Two of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups. But there's like this very defensive energy of, you know, is the conversation that's going to occur going to be something that I don't want to hear? Am I going to make the situation worse? Like there's a little bit of fear when it comes to revealing how they feel towards you, but they're also very tired of being held back. And I will say, Taurus, this is someone who wants to communicate with you, but there's a sense of denial. There may be certain things that this individual is not ready to hear, or certain things that they're picking and choosing to focus on. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Let's see. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting that, but intuitively that's what I'm picking up on. We have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck here, and split the deck and we have the Hierophant. So we have Taurus energy here as well. Okay. So it seems to me that someone really wants to invest in you this week. Ace of Cups could definitely be new love, but the Hierophant does speak about a higher level of commitment. It speaks about someone feeling like a connection with you is destined to be, or you guys have crossed paths for a reason. Like there's a deeper meaning as to why they've, met you here. Okay. How does this person feel about Gemini? Okay, Knight of Swords wanted to pop out here. So I feel that there's going to be a lot of back and forth conversation between you and this person. Could also be someone who is, yes, communicating with you, but they're like exiting a phase in their life. Like this may be like a lifestyle change. This could be someone who has been alone for a very long time, but they're ready for a connection. Like this could resonate differently for, each and every one of you, but there's something about them leaving like a phase of their life and entering a new phase here. Okay. So let's see. We have the Five of Swords. And we have the Fool card. Yeah, this could be like a new beginning that this person is going through, or someone who's like taking a leap of faith towards you, but there is a little bit of mental conflict associated with that. So what I see here, guys, is this is someone who's going back and forth in their mind. They do feel like they're having a hard time pinpointing how you feel, pinpointing what the future holds, but their intuition or they have a gut feeling that is telling them this is meant to be, or, you should move forward, or you should take that leap of faith with that Fool card upright. Okay. There's something about this person feeling very like you can't do any wrong in their eyes, or just feeling like you are like the perfect person for them. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is an emotional confession, Gemini. This is someone offering you their cup of love, yes, but they're being very open about what they want moving forward. This is a very charming individual, very good with their words. And there could be a lot of, back and forth flirting going on. So you may be in the early stages of kind of like getting to know this person, or if you have history with them, this seems to be like a very new kind of energy. So like turning over a new leaf and saying, okay, let's put the past behind us and let's move forward. Knight of Wands. This may be someone who was very fickle in their past, and that doesn't mean that their past has to include you. It could just be someone who chose to play the field because they were fearing commitment, or it could be someone who chose not to commit at all because they enjoyed their singlehood, right? But there is a change. Again, what I'm intuitively picking up on is someone who is exiting like a phase in their life, and they're exiting this phase because they feel like meeting you has almost made them want to start like a new chapter, or it's made them view life, or more specifically their love life, in like a different perspective. We have the Ten of Swords. This person may express to you that they're getting over some sort of betrayal. And again, guys, keep in mind, this could be someone who has had like a very difficult past, or it could be a past that includes you as well. The Page of Wands. Yeah, it's just, I don't think that this is someone who's coming in to discuss the past. They may acknowledge, yes, I've been hurt in the past, or these are the things that did not work out for me in relationships, but they're very excited to move things forward with you. I feel like the way that they view you, or what they want with you, seems to be positive. The Tower. This could be very unexpected, Gemini, like this person reaching out to you, more specifically taking that leap of faith towards you. They don't really feel any fear here. So with the Fool card, it's about moving forward or going after what you desire, even if something doesn't feel tangible, even if you feel that you're not sure what the future holds. And connecting with you is making this person realize that they're not truly happy, or they were doing something to kind of mask what they really wanted. It's like a very it's a much deeper message that's coming through here. Like on the surface, I could tell you, yes, it's someone who's pursuing you, but what's going on internally for this individual is someone who's realizing, like, I am having an energetic shift, or I thought I was happy all along, living the way that I was, but I'm not. This is someone who genuinely feels like they could be happier with you. The Strength card, this could be a Leo for some of you, but they have a weak spot for you. This is someone who is wanting to not only pursue you, you may feel or you may admire their strength. Ten of Swords and Strength card is their ability to overcome maybe things that did not work out in their favor, their ability to overcome, betrayals of the past or any obstacles that you guys face. I just see someone not wanting to give up on this connection. I see someone who's really determined to have a new beginning with you. I also feel here, guys, that there's going to be a lot of conversation between you and this person, whether it's, phone calls, in person, text messages, very passionate communication. This is someone who actually looks forward to communicating with you as well. But I do see a little bit of mental conflict about their past, or about obstacles that they faced in the past, to be more specific. And it's not to say they feel like that's going to happen between the both of you. It's just something that's on the back of their mind. I think this person is more focused on telling you how they feel about you. The Judgment. I see a major change in this connection. So when you're connecting with this person this week, not only are you guys having, a lot of conversations, this person is connecting with you in hopes that you guys can move things to the next level. This person could have also had some sort of an ego death. Like they could have went from feeling, on top of the world, or feeling like, receiving attention from multiple sources is what essentially fulfills them, to realizing, no, you do want a commitment, but you don't want to admit that. So they're at the point of actually admitting they want a commitment, or again, an energetic shift, leaving one lifestyle behind and moving into a new one with you. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Let's see. We have the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here, and we also have the Hermit. Some of you could be dealing with the Virgo, okay? Or an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, like I just said, a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn, okay? Seems to me that the person who's thinking of you, you're definitely on their mind, but there is something in particular that they're gaining clarity on. So they could feel this week they are seeing things more clearly, whether it's pertaining to this connection that they have with you, whether it's feeling more clear-minded about wanting a connection with you. They feel like they're gaining clarity when it comes to this bond. This may also be someone who's a lone wolf, or someone who is very isolated. So you do hear from them, but maybe not often, or you are aware that they value their, time in solitude. Okay. How does this person feel about Cancer? Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. The Moon. Cancer, this person, they feel like you're very charming. Okay, they feel like you're very charming, they're very attracted to you, but they feel like you have a very you're kind of like on go 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 mode. Like you don't really sit still. Either you have a lot going on, or they really don't know what to expect with you. So if it's not about like the lifestyle that you live, or if it's not about the fact that this connection is inconsistent, it could be that this person feels like you are like they're having a hard time figuring you out. They never really know what to expect with you. Okay. And with the moon, they do feel like there's a level of mystery surrounding you. They're acknowledging that, they're attracted to you. They're acknowledging they're very passionate about you, but they also feel like there's a lot that they don't know. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, potentially a Pisces here. The Nine of Pentacles. This person views you as someone who's extremely independent. You have a head on your shoulders, you are on top of your game here. And the Nine of Pentacles could even speak about someone viewing you as very stable on your own, like you're not codependent on anyone. There's something to do with your stability here as well, the way that you take care of yourself or your ability to do so. But they feel like, you either like value your like privacy here, or you open up to them, but to an extent. Because this person, what the cards are telling me is they feel like, I don't really know Cancer. Like there's so much to Cancer that I don't know. I feel like I have just a little bit to work with, but there's so much more to Cancer. I know there's so much more, but I don't have access to it. Queen of Cups. This person may feel like you're extremely charming and you receive a lot of attention, but they could also wonder if you are solely focused on them, or are you more in an energy of like exploring your options. And I don't think this person is accusing you of playing the field, okay? Maybe for some of you that's the case, but for others of you, it's genuinely feeling like, okay, well, Cancer is attractive, Cancer is charming, Cancer does receive a lot of attention, but I want to know if they're fixated on me as much as I'm fixated on them. I think this is someone who has a lot of love for you, and they can see your ability to love others, but they feel like you don't really let your guard down easily. You don't really allow anyone into your life without giving it some time. The King of Pentacles. This is someone who wants to invest in you, Cancer. I definitely see it as, someone who feels like they want to provide for you, someone who's like, I really want to build with Cancer. But they also feel like in order to build with you, they need to understand you on a deeper level. You are dealing with a very practical individual. And it's not to say that they're not operating from their heart space. I mean, of course they are if they want to build with you, but they want something to feel more tangible. They're like, I want to build with Cancer, but I want this to feel more real. So this may be someone that you're connecting with, but maybe they want to spend more time with you. Or you're connecting with them, but they want to speak to you a lot more than you guys are currently speaking. They may want more consistency. This person wants the inside scoop of what you do on a day-to-day basis. They want to know what you do during your free time. It's like they don't want to just know you on a surface level, because even though they feel like they only know you on a surface level, or there's a lot of mystery surrounding you, they're very intrigued. But because they're intrigued, it's making them want to know more about you. Does that make sense? I do feel like this is someone who has a very practical energy, someone who's very focused on their finances, stability. They could be well off with the King of Pentacles. And they do want to invest in you, but this is not someone who's going to take a leap of faith towards a person or a situation that they're not entirely familiar with. And so I think this is more so about decoding you, or wanting to know the layers of who you really are, and what you're wanting, when it comes to like your love life or a connection here. Ace of Wands. They're very, very passionate about you. They feel like meeting you has been extremely exciting. You could make this person laugh. There's a lot of conversations that you guys have that kind of opens this person's mind up to new possibilities. So you could be very open-minded, or you have like a very unconventional way of living your life, or it could be your mindset. But this person feels like speaking to you has opened them up to so many new possibilities. They're viewing things very differently now that they're connecting with you. The Sun card. Yeah, you make this person extremely happy, Sun and the Moon. That could even be someone who feels like you are their divine counterpart. You balance them out in a way, but it's just about wanting to know more. This person is willing to meet you halfway. This person is willing to share how they feel about you and what they want moving forward, but they want the same from you. And this person's very action oriented, right? Divine masculine energy, Knight of Pentacles. If you find that this week things are kind of stagnant or at a pause between you and this person, it's because they're trying to figure you out. This is someone who is very cautious when it comes to investing in situations. So how they feel is, I like Cancer a lot, and I want to invest in this situation, but I wish that Cancer would open up to me a little more. I wish that Cancer would give me a little more to work with. Six of Cups. They feel like things just flow between the both of you. Nothing feels forced. This may be someone who feels comfortable in your silence. And they see a lot of potential. They feel like you guys would be able to grow old together, or there would be a very successful connection that could come from this. But I think the main thing I'm getting from how your person is feeling is this is someone who wants something to feel more real. They want to know that it's not all in their mind. They want to know that, okay, I'm connecting with Cancer, and Cancer is giving me the reassurance, and we're connecting every day, and now I know I can, put my all into the situation. Okay, Cancer. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Leo. Okay, hello, my beautiful Leos. Let's see the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay. Ace of Wands and the Hierophant wanted to pop out here. I'm not going to take it because it didn't come out, but you could be dealing with another fire sign, so another Leo like yourself, Aries, Sagittarius, or potentially a Taurus, okay? But there's something about a new beginning and a connection that's coming through. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Hierophant, which is what I just, which wanted to pop out here, okay? Seems to me, Leo, that this is someone who is at a crossroads when it comes to this connection. I do see, or I do feel a desire for a new beginning, but the Two of Swords could be this person feeling like they don't see something clearly at this time. So they may feel like there is some sort of mystery or something is in the unknown here. So how does this person feel about Leo? Okay. Sun card, there's your energy. There's something that makes, or there's something about you that makes this person feel youthful again. There's something about you that makes this person feel like they could just be themselves around you. They don't have to hide. They don't have to shy away from how they feel or how they, like, there's no altering. There's no, oh, I need to sugarcoat or I need to act a certain way or be a certain way. So they feel like they can be themselves around you. It seems to me that this is someone who feels like you make them very happy. Eight of Wands. So there's a lot of conversation, taking place here, a lot of communication between the both of you. Okay, so Eight of Wands could be back and forth communication, very passionate at that. And I also see this as someone who is very, like, they look forward to hearing from you, right? So even if it's just about your day or it's about, an idea that you have, I think that this is someone who really looks forward to the conversations that they have with you. Five of Wands. Why does a part of this person feel like they need to fight for this connection? That's what I'm seeing here. Like, this may be someone who's like, okay, I really feel connected to Leo, although I think I need to fight for this connection, or sometimes I feel like I need to fight for Leo's attention. Even if you're not intentionally making them feel that way, this may be someone who's viewing you as you have a lot of options. You are someone who's highly sought after, and they really want to prove themselves to you. They want you to be focused on them as much as they're focused on you. And it's interesting because there's a lot of back and forth communication, but this person still wonders if you are or they are the only one that you're focused on. And this seems to be that it seems to me that there is a lot of passion and there's a lot of excitement, but this person could be wondering, could it be something more? Could it evolve here? The Seven of Swords clarifying the Sun card. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, Magician, Eight of Wands. Okay. There could have definitely been some sort of emotional manipulation in the past here, Leo. And this person could be focused on that with the Seven of Swords upright and the Magician. So whether this is someone who feels like they haven't been completely transparent with you, or they feel like there was a lot of secrecy between the both of you in this bond. It's like they're trying to be optimistic, right? And they're connecting with you, but Seven of Swords and Magician is someone feeling like there's a lack of clarity, there's a lack of honesty here. That could be the reason why I did see the Two of Swords. And don't get me wrong, Leo, I do believe this is someone who actually looks forward to connecting with you. You know, it's someone who has a lot of passion, a lot of excitement, but they feel like either you're not being completely honest with them, or they feel like it's kind of their thoughts are kind of clouded when it comes to this connection. They maybe even be wondering, you know, is it all in my mind, or is this actually a connection where the feelings are mutual and we can actually get things off the ground here? And I will say, Leo, this person spends a lot of time wondering what you do when you're not connecting with them. So you and this person may communicate, but it may not be that consistent. And they could kind of be wondering, well, when Leo's not speaking to me, does someone else have their attention? It doesn't make it true. It doesn't mean that you are, connecting with someone else. But this person, there's a lot of doubtful energy, or they have a hard time trusting. The Page of Cups. This person's going to open up this week about how they feel towards you. And I will say, guys, like with the Page of Cups, that, you know, that card is associated with imagination. So there's like this, yes, I could read it as like a doubtful energy, but it's also someone who feels like they're really up in their head about you this week. And they're having a hard time believing that you feel for them as they feel for you. They feel like they're more focused on you. They feel like they have more emotions for you. And again, it doesn't make it true, but this is how they feel. Like it may be someone who spends a lot of time thinking about you, but then they feel like, well, Leo is probably not thinking about me, or I'm, getting ahead of myself, or I'm too focused on the situation, or, it's just someone who doesn't believe that the feelings are mutual. Page of Cups could also be like a crush energy. Three of Cups. This person is reminded of, a date or a time that you guys have went out together. Like some sort of time that you guys have spent together is what they're being reminded of this week. When they're with you, Leo, when they're in front of you and you guys are connecting, and, you guys are conversing, and whatever it is that you guys do, they feel very connected to you. They feel very calm. But when you are not with this person, or when you are not connecting with them, there is a level of doubt. And so what this is telling me is this may be an individual who requires a little more reassurance than you're used to. The Ten of Swords. This person has gone through a lot of deceit, or like a painful ending, a lot of betrayal here, and they're really not wanting that to repeat itself, even if it's like a betrayal or a painful ending that they've gone through with you. It seems to me that they still have emotions for you, but they're having a hard time trusting that this situation is not going to fail again. They actually want it to work out. And this person's main concern, guys, is more than just you and this person being involved. I don't know why that's coming through, but that's coming through very strongly. Like they either feel like you're connecting with someone else, or they, like, if it's not like another relationship, they may feel like there's like a friend or a family member that is in the way of this connection. They feel like there's a lot of chaos that's not in their hands, that's kind of out of their control. The Nine of Wands. What's the Nine of Wands? The Two of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, this week I do see communication, but they're going back and forth in their mind about, do I completely open up and tell Leo what's bothering me and how I feel? Or do I remain guarded and just wait for the signs, or wait for a particular sign from Leo? That's what I'm getting here. Okay. So moving on to Virgo. Okay. Virgo. The person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Let's see. Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here, and the Devil. Some of you may be involved with the Capricorn, okay, Virgo, but what I'm seeing here is you could also be younger than this person. But there's something here that this individual may feel like they were able to either not acknowledge, or they were able to kind of get by you with it, or they were able to. It seems to me that it's something that they were not able to, or they felt that they did not have to acknowledge it, but it's coming to the surface here. So in a way, this person may feel like they were trying to get away with something, but it's like resurfacing. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like something that they've done to you or in this connection, but it's definitely something that they're going through that's impacting their ability to commit here. Okay, how is this person feeling about Virgo? Queen of Swords. They feel like you're upset with them. And they feel like you're giving them the cold shoulder this week. So it could quite literally be someone you're not communicating with, or you're communicating with them, but you're making it known that you're upset with them also, or you're not pleased with, where this dynamic is headed. They're viewing you as, yes, you have set very clear boundaries, but they also feel like they could have communicated something to you and they feel like you're still holding on to it. Or it could be like a disagreement that you guys had, but it's still impacting you on an emotional level. But it's not like you're being vulnerable with them. You're taking that pain and you're very determined to not speak to them or show them like the detached side of you is how they feel. Nine of Pentacles, this person could feel like you're choosing yourself. You're focused on your finances, stability. This person they feel that you feel like you are better off alone or on your own, or that's how they're viewing you this week. That could be something you quite literally communicated, kind of like, I'm better off alone as opposed to being in this connection, or I feel alone even when I'm in this connection with you, so I'm choosing myself, something along the lines of that. But they definitely feel like you're doing better off without them, and you're choosing to be on your own as opposed to working on a solution or finding a solution for this connection. Knight of Cups. This person may want to apologize to you, but also tell you how they feel. It's like making something up to you or saying, okay, you know what, I did mess up, but I'm sorry about it, or how can I fix it? Nine of Cups. Yeah, this person, they're viewing you this week, Virgo, as someone who has completely shifted the focus from the connection to yourself. Very independent energy, very self-focused. And this person is aware that you're putting yourself first. You're looking out for yourself. So they may feel like you were a lot more emotionally invested in this connection in the past, or you were doing everything in your power, possibly even overextending yourself to make this connection work. But they don't see that side of you. They're not seeing that side of you this week. They're seeing a different side of you, which is just, I'm going to focus on myself, or I'm going to put myself first. And I'm not going to invest in this connection as much as I used to. And what's interesting in the Nine of Pentacles, in this deck in particular, guys, is that she's a little upset. But in traditional tarot, the Nine of Pentacles, it's a very positive energy, right? It boils down to just feeling stable on your own. It's like when you, really you have it going on. So this person could view you as someone where you have many reasons to be happy. You could be someone who's very successful, but they sense a little bit of unhappiness. Like if they or someone who sees you on a daily basis, they could sense that, maybe you're smiling and you're doing great at work and you have so many reasons to be happy because you're beautiful and you're successful, but they could sense that you're not truly happy on the inside when it comes to like them or this connection. They may feel like you do a very good job at masking it, but they can sense that there is this like little bit of unhappiness within you. They're viewing you as a very like practical individual, kind of like, okay, Virgo has to take care of their responsibilities. They're not going to pause their responsibilities for me or this connection, but I could tell it's bothering them, but they don't want to show me. They feel like they're seeing a very cold side of you. They're seeing a side of you that has given up on a connection, or a side of you that's like, okay, you're draining me. I'm exhausted. I can't deal with this right now. So what you're going to see is me focusing on myself. Like that's how they're viewing you. High Priestess. This may be someone that you're not speaking to. They're really trying to figure you out, like on an intuitive level, like whether it's they're quite literally using their intuition to guide them, or they're watching tarot readings, either or, they're trying to figure you out, but they're having a hard time doing so. They find that every time they try to figure you out or figure out how you're feeling on their own, they end up feeling more confused. You could be dealing with the Pisces, Queen of Wands. Yeah. I do believe this person is very, attracted to you, but there's also an energy of them feeling like they didn't really appreciate you when they had the chance to, or when they had the opportunity to do so. And I see two queens here, so this may be someone who feels like they fell into some sort of temptation or acted very impulsively and it backfired on them. And this is very specific, but for some of you, this person feels like they thought you would forgive them for something, but you did not. Six of Pentacles. They do feel like there was a lot of neglect in this situation. They do feel like they neglected you or the situation in one way or another. The Six of Pentacles could be an energy of like, feeling breadcrumbed in a situation. But it seems to me that it's just someone who feels like you're choosing to focus on yourself. You've tried what you thought you could do to try to keep this connection together, but there's like a level of exhaustion that you feel, or so this is how they're viewing you. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're sticking by what you said. So you made something very clear to this person, possibly during the beginning of the week, or maybe this is something you communicated some time ago, but they feel like you're like at the point of no return, like you meant what you said. So, for example, if you told this person, you know what, I feel like you're not as invested in the situation as I am, and I'm choosing not to connect with you anymore, they feel like that's what you're going to do. Like there's no Virgo might go back on what they said, or Virgo might change their mind. They genuinely feel like Virgo, they meant what they said. With the Seven of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, yeah. This week, they feel like things are stuck. There's even a thought that crosses their mind of, is this really going to go anywhere moving forward? Because there's something very stern about your energy, Virgo, that they feel. They feel like you've made your decision and like you're standing by it. And that could be the reason why your energy feels very stern and they feel like there's nothing they can do to change your mind. Okay? So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Libra. Okay, Libra. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck here, and we have the Five of Swords. Seems to me that the person on your mind is feeling very conflicted. They're feeling conflicted because they are confused about what's going on, or they could be confused about how they feel in this connection. Seven of Cups, regardless, it does boil down to emotional confusion. So it's either feeling confused in this connection, feeling like there's some sort of mixed signals, and it's causing them to feel also very mentally conflicted about where the both of you stand. Okay. How is this person feeling about Libra? Ace of Wands, okay, and the Devil. Desperately wanting a new beginning here. You could be dealing with a fire sign or a Capricorn. It seems to me that it's someone who desperately wants a new beginning because they're obsessing over an outcome, or they're obsessing over turning over a new leaf with you here. But there is a level of confusion, kind of like, I don't know where I stand with Libra, or I don't know how Libra feels. Like I said, some sort of emotional confession coming through. Yeah, Ten of Cups. This could be an emotional confession or like a message that's very passionate, where they're able to express, right, what they want moving forward, or they're making their intentions very clear here. And it's interesting that emotional confession came out as we pulled at the Ten of Cups, because what I was feeling in my mind is also emotional confusion with the Seven of Cups. There's something about not knowing where you guys stand, or not knowing how you feel towards them. The Strength card, you could be dealing with a Leo. Yeah, it's someone who's tired of being held back and just thinking about a situation with you. They want to confess how they feel. They want to see some sort of progress. But when you have the devil, they may feel this week like they're thinking about you a little too much, or there's some sort of obsession when it comes to wanting to have some sort of control in how things play out between the both of you. The devil could speak about a need to release control and kind of let things unfold. And the devil obviously could touch on something that your person is just going through in their life. Addictions or negative thoughts or behavioral traits that are no longer serving them, possibly even a very repetitive pattern in this bond that they know is no longer working. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, this is someone who wants to invest in you, Libra, and they can't stop thinking about you this week. There's an energy of, this is what I want, and I want to figure out what I need to do in order to have this connection and have this connection be successful. You're very nurturing, and you make this person feel very secure, very comforted, very protected. They may even feel like, you're someone where they could just be themselves around you, right? Without having to worry about, or without having to fear any sort of judgment. Some of you may own a pet with this person, okay? I'm being drawn to the dog there. We have the Three of Swords. This is someone who's very fixated on making things right with you. They're very fixated on winning you over, is what's coming through to me. They're acknowledging that things may not have transpired in the best way between the both of you in the past, but this person could also just feel like there was like a lot of hurt that was caused before a connection really got off the ground here. Because another message that I was picking up on is someone who feels like, I'm tired of thinking about this, or I'm tired of, thinking or fantasizing about this connection, and in my mind I want to do something about it. I want to see some sort of progress. The Queen of Swords. What's the Queen of Pentacles? Ten of Pentacles. You may be upset with this person this week, or they feel like you're kind of distancing yourself because they want to invest in you. But with the Queen of Swords, they may feel like you're kind of brushing them off, or you're giving them the cold shoulder. Even if you're not intentionally doing this, this is in their feelings. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. This person here, the devil and the Ten of Pentacles, may be another commitment that they have that they feel like is creating a block. And it doesn't necessarily have to be another relationship, but it could very much be like someone who feels like work is in the way, or they are, tied to someone through assets, or maybe children, right? There's some sort of a commitment here that's in the way of them pursuing a connection with you, but they feel like you're being a bit cold towards them, is what's coming through. So maybe you're aware of this and you're acting accordingly. And it's like they know how nurturing you can be, but this week they feel like they don't really have access to that side of you. Three of Swords, the Lovers. Yeah, it seems to me that this person is acknowledging that they have been very indecisive. And with the Lovers upright, I do think they're acknowledging how they feel towards you, but there's a very important decision this person needs to make in order for this connection to actually take off. So they're like, yes, I feel very deeply towards Libra, but there's something about reconnecting with you or winning you over. I don't really see it as a decision being made, at least not this week. I see it more so as I want to reconnect with Libra, or I want to tell Libra how I feel. But I don't know if Libra wants to hear I don't know if Libra wants to hear it, because they seem to be upset with me. They seem to be a bit detached. So even if you're connecting with this person, they can tell that you're holding on to some sort of anger, but you're not really being vocal about it. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Could be a Virgo that you're thinking of. We have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck here, and we have the Five of Swords. Seems to me that this person is feeling very conflicted about this connection this week, but they're keeping it to themselves. And, the Hermit could be someone thinking about you in solitude, but it has a lot to do with like some sort of clarity that they're gaining. So it could even be that they have been feeling very conflicted about you, but there's some sort of clarity that they're gaining about the situation. I also feel that with the Five of Swords and the Hermit, that could be some sort of truth being revealed or someone's true colors being revealed through a discussion or through, an argument, like a misunderstanding. So let's see, how is this person feeling about Scorpio? Seven of Swords, okay. Nine of Cups. Okay, there's definitely some sort of truth that was revealed here. Now, again, guys, I'm not here to play the blame game. It could be a truth about this person, it could be a truth about you, but they are focused on like a revelation or like a breakthrough that has occurred in this dynamic here. And as far as the Nine of Cups goes, like this person may feel like they had a little bit of selfish intent towards you in the past, or like that's what their actions have made you perceive them as. Because the Nine of Cups could be when you're like very self focused, or there's an energy of like looking out for yourself, but you're not necessarily like being considerate of those around you or an energy around you. So this person may feel like you're viewing them as someone who's selfish or someone who was involved for selfish reasons in the past. Now, the Seven of Swords doesn't always have to be dishonesty. It could also just be strategy, right? So this person is wanting to pursue you, but they could be very strategic with how they're communicating with you, the things that they're saying, the things that they're doing for you in hopes that they can actually, reconnect or win you over here. King of Pentacles, yeah. I see it as someone who wants to invest in you. It could definitely be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And you make this person very happy, but they feel like they have to be very careful with how they communicate with you. I don't know why that's coming through. So this could be someone who upset you in the past because of how they would communicate with you, or it could be something in particular that they said to you. And they're realizing, okay, I need to be very careful with my choice of words, or I need to be very careful with the things I tell Scorpio because I don't want to upset Scorpio. So I'm not really seeing it as someone who's walking on eggshells around you. I see it as someone who is doing things in a very diligent manner. They feel like you're worth the investment. That's why we have the King of Pentacles. And there's an energy of this person trying to figure out how to grow with you. But they feel like when it comes to the communication, it could be very clear cut, or it could even be someone who doesn't want to say anything that triggers like a reaction or triggers, something from the past to resurface here. Hanged Man. This person feels like they were not owning up to something, and they chose to isolate, or like it could be a case of ghosting, but the message that I'm getting is they felt like something was easier to walk away from than deal with it head on. But here they come conversing with you now, or trying to fix things with you now. So they may feel more ready or more confident in working things out with you now than they did in the past. This could be a Pisces that you're dealing with. I also see that this person is trying to see things from your side. So they're very curious about your perspective, how you're viewing them, how you're viewing this situation. Has your outlook changed on this dynamic here? They're really trying to understand you and your perspective. The Star card, yeah. This is someone who's coming in to heal things with you. Could definitely be an Aquarius. And I see it as, yes, they want to heal things with you, but they don't want to come off as someone who's being selfish. And the reason why this is coming up persistently is digging beneath the surface a little bit here, Scorpio. Your person may feel how they treated you in the past was very inconsiderate of like your feelings or your perspective, or the fact that they were not finding a solution in the past, but now they're coming at you full throttle and they're wanting to fix things. They don't want you to feel like they're involved for the wrong reasons, or they don't want you to question their intentions. This person could sense that you're a little bit doubtful of them. Even if you're open or optimistic, you are cautiously optimistic, if that makes sense. And it's almost like they feel like, if they say the wrong thing, you're going to completely cut ties with them. Or if they do the wrong thing, they're going to, like, it's almost like I only have one chance to get things right. So I better not mess it up. Like, that's the energy that's coming through. The High Priestess. This person has been thinking about investing in this situation with you, but they've kept a lot to themselves. And they're viewing you as someone who's very observant of them this week. So even if you're spending time with them, they feel like you're doing more listening than speaking. So like if they, if they're like, "Hey, Scorpio, do you want to hang out? Like, do you want to go out for coffee? Let's talk." And then you guys go out to have a conversation, they could sense that you want to know more of where they're coming from and why they're returning, as opposed to you expressing how you feel. So they feel like you're in like this very submissive and analytical energy. High Priestess is very submissive. It's like allowing things to happen and being very hyper aware of what's happening. It's just you're not being vocal about it. You're not really reacting to what is happening. The Judgment. This person wants a change with you. They want to change in this dynamic here. And this could also be symbolic for someone's like internal transformation, like the way that they may feel like this situation was a catalyst for their growth, or there's a lot that they've learned about you. There's a lot that they've learned about themselves, and they're trying to show up as a changed individual. And I think this is why there's that fear of you doubting them. They don't want you to doubt them. Three of Wands, planning for the future, waiting for a sign from you. So as they're connecting with you, they're hoping that you give them a sign that you're just as interested, or you're wanting, to find a solution here as well. Because as they're trying to observe you, the only thing they're picking up on from your energy is you're observing them. It's almost a case of, okay, I'm open to have a conversation with you, but it is kind of odd that you're returning now all of a sudden. So are you returning for the right reasons, or are we having a rerun here? Like they feel like you're in a very clear-cut energy. The Moon. Yeah, there's a lot of mystery. There's a lot in the unknown. So this is someone that you could be reconnecting with after quite some time. And there's a lot of analyzing and figuring out that this person feels like you're trying to do. Again, like they feel like you're open to connecting with them, but because there has been a lot of silence between the both of you, they don't know if you entirely trust them or the situation. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. Let's see. The Queen of Cups wanted to pop out here. So some of you may be dealing with the water sign. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. Cancerian energy on the bottom of the deck here. We have the Chariot, okay? And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Definitely someone who's reaching out to you with the Page of Pentacles, and it's in hopes that you guys could see some, in hopes that they could see some sort of progress in this connection. So it could be that things have felt a bit stagnant between the both of you, and they're communicating with you in hopes that you guys can move things forward. This may be someone that's younger than you, okay? Let's see. How is this person feeling about Sagittarius? Spying on you, keeping tabs on you, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, things have been stuck between you and this person, and they want to reach out to you. But why does it seem to me that they're trying to figure something out about you prior to reaching out? It's almost like, for example, if this person is sensing that you are connecting with someone new, or you're not going to respond to them, that's something that they want to know before they reach out to you, because they could be fearing rejection. So there's like this very curious energy, and they want to speak to you, but they're like, I need to know A, B, and C before I actually reach out. Knight of Pentacles lets me know that this person is wanting to invest in this situation, but this is more of like a very slow moving energy, but also very premeditated. Like they're thinking about things thoroughly. They're thinking about every possible outcome. They're not just thinking about their next step. They're thinking about their next 10 steps. Could be dealing with the Taurus, Ace of Cups. Yeah, they're wanting a new beginning with you here. I mean, even if it is new love, it's someone who's definitely overthinking the situation with you. Like they want to confess how they feel, and they want to invest in the situation, but it's almost like there are certain things they feel like they should know before trying to connect with you. I don't know why that's coming through very strongly. It could be because they're fearing rejection, or they're afraid to ask you certain questions. They don't want to come off invasive. Four of Wands. Yeah, this is someone who wants to come together with you. They definitely have commitment on their mind, but they also feel like, the both of you are very different from each other. They may feel like this is a connection that they're not used to. And as much as this could be cultural or religious or factors that are different, or it could be their mindset, there's like a fear of feeling rejected, or a fear of feeling like, Sagittarius doesn't feel the same way that I do. And they're taking things slow, but they also feel very like up in their head about you. Like they may feel like they're over analyzing the situation to the point where they're having a hard time taking action. They definitely have commitment on their mind. Two of Cups. Wow. Yeah, this person, what their concern is? They're hoping that the emotions are mutual. Like they want to come forward, they want to pursue you, but they also understand that things have been stagnant between the both of you for quite some time. And there's an energy of like, I want to come together, but does Sagittarius want the same thing? Do they feel the same way about me as I do for them? And a very persistent message is they feel like the both of you are very, very different from each other. It could be your lifestyles, it could be an age gap. It is a general read, but they feel like it's two very different energies coming together. And they're wanting to know more about you. They're wanting to see how you guys can see eye to eye or work through your differences. But like I said, there's an energy of them also trying to figure things out on their own prior to connecting with you. So I don't know if you guys have mutual friends and they're asking mutual friends about you, or they're watching readings, or, there's like a very curious energy, but they're like, I don't want to come off too invasive, or I don't want to ask Sagittarius these questions on my own. The King of Wands. This person is highly attracted to you. There's something about your confidence that they admire. There's also something about your eye contact here. So, you may have spent time with this person and they really admire your eye contact, but I don't want to say it's like an intimidation factor. I just think that this is someone who's fearing some sort of rejection. And again, what's coming through persistently is they don't know if the emotions are mutual. Like they know that they care for you and they want a commitment, but they're not sure if you're on the same page as them. You may be someone who's popular, or you're well acquainted with many people, and that could be something that worries this person. And it's not to say that, you're receiving attention from multiple sources or you have eyes for more than one person, but like something about like your lifestyle or how known you are, or how, even if it's, you're well acquainted with many people, that could be something that stresses this person out. Queen of Wands. Wow, true pair match. This person really wants to come together with you. They have this burning desire, but like they are very held back. It's like, okay, right now is not the time, or I need to know this before I invest, or I need to wait for a sign before I tell Sagittarius how I feel. Like that's the energy that I'm getting here, but they have a very deep desire to pursue things with you. There may also be a level of sexual tension here between the both of you. Seven of Swords. This person may feel like there's a lot of secrecy in this connection, or the connection is a secret. Like they have to connect with you, but they can't be open about it. There may be something in this connection that they're not able to publicize. And that could be the reason why I was continuously getting differences coming up here. But Seven of Swords doesn't always have to be dishonesty, guys. It could also be someone who's just being very strategic, which is what I was seeing with the Page of Swords. Like someone who's trying to figure you out without having to ask you every single question that crosses their mind. Knight of Cups. Yeah, I see them being open about how they feel towards you, but with the Ace of Cups and Knight of Cups could be, a brand new beginning between the both of you, in hopes that it could result in a connection. But this person is being very strategic in terms of they're a lot more curious about you than they show. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. So the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. We have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck here. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. And then we have the Page of Cups. This person is holding you on a very high pedestal, Capricorn, or they feel like you know a lot more than you show, or there's some sort of leverage that you have in this situation. Even if you don't feel this way, this is your person's feeling. So they may feel like, for example, you know some sort of truth or something was exposed where they feel like you now, the way that it's coming through to me is they feel like you have some sort of leverage in this situation or the power is in your hands. How is this person feeling about Capricorn? Let's see. Six of Swords. This is someone who senses emotional distance between the both of you. They feel like you're like moving away or you're creating some sort of distance between you both this week, and it's causing them to feel very mentally conflicted. So what I see is this person feels like this week when they're thinking about you or the situation, they don't feel at peace. There's something here that's causing them to feel very conflicted, very uneasy. And as far as the Six of Swords and the Five of Swords goes, like this person feels like you're moving away from this situation because of the conflict. So they may feel like you're avoiding some sort of conflict or you just don't want to argue. You just don't want to fight anymore. They're really up in their head about you, especially with the first two cards being, in the suits of swords. And it's like, it's not really coming through to me as they're viewing you as giving up on the situation, but they feel like you're at a point where you feel very defeated. Like it's kind of like, I don't want to disagree, I don't want to argue, so I'm just going to move away. They do feel like you had your fair share of trying to figure out a solution or try to make peace with the situation, but now you feel like moving away or being on your own might, help you with that. Devil. Yeah, this person's definitely thinking about you very heavily this week. They may be thinking about you a lot more than they would like to admit. And this person also feels like, the devil could come up in a spread when something is unhealthy or something is not working in a connection. So even if it's not the both, like something that's occurring between the both of you, this person may be fighting some sort of an internal battle, but it's somehow impacting their ability to pursue a connection with you. And there's a question of, is Capricorn wanting to work this out, or are they more focused on moving forward? And they're leaning towards you're more focused on moving forward. Because to make peace with the situation, of course, the both of you could find a solution, but they feel like you just want to move away, or you're very determined to say, okay, I've tried what I feel like I could have done to help the situation, but right now, I'm feeling drained or defeated. Ten of Swords, yeah. Seems to me that this person feels like they need to accept what has happened. They need to accept that something cannot return to how it used to be. Ten of Swords could be a form of betrayal. It could be disrespect. Either way, it boils down to a very painful ending. But, like in traditional tarot, the symbol that he's making in the Ten of Swords is the symbol that is on the Hierophant card, which means, yes, it's symbolic for a brutal ending, but it's also symbolic for a new beginning or something you're learning from a betrayal so that moving forward, you can have more of a successful outcome. So this person, not only do they feel like they're learning a lot about you or this connection and they're holding on to some sort of hope, a part of them feels like they need to let go of what is done. They need to accept things for what they are. And they're very hurt by it. They're thinking about you, like I said, quite a bit, possibly even like obsessive thoughts about what's going to happen next or are we going to speak again? But they feel like this is a week where they need to kind of endure the pain or think about what has happened and feel their emotions as opposed to trying to figure out what to do next. The Three of Swords, yeah, very torn. When it comes to you, when it comes to this situation, this person is very torn. They're not happy with how things were, how things ended between the both of you. They feel like you guys kind of left things off at a very questionable state where there's still a lot of emotions that they feel, a lot of confusion more specifically that they feel. Because there's this question of, is there a future here? Are we going to speak again? But then a part of them is telling them, well, this is over. Why do you keep thinking about if you're going to speak again? So there's this internal battle that your person is facing this week of, do I let this go and listen to the voice that's telling me it's completely over? Or do I try to take this hurt and turn it into being more solution oriented? King of Wands. This person is still very attracted to you. They still feel a lot of passion. And there's still like this connection that they feel, because the image that I'm getting is like a line between two people, but it's an invisible line. So they feel the emotional distance between the both of you, but they can't help but still feel connected. As much as they're hurt by the ending, they're still thinking about you, and they're still thinking about, well, what if? What if Capricorn reaches out to me? Or what if I reach out to Capricorn? Or what if I bump into Capricorn? The Queen of Cups. This person could really be wanting to have a heart-to-heart conversation, because here's what I'm getting, Capricorn. Your person here, they feel like you guys did not really speak about an ending. Like, that's what makes it more painful. So whether it was like a conversation that wasn't thorough, or maybe it was a case of ghosting, or you weren't fond of something that happened, but instead of the both of you discussing it, you guys decided to just not speak to each other. It's the way that things ended that is also impacting your person on an emotional level. Four of Swords. There's something about a lack of balance between the both of you as well. They feel like you guys are two very different people, of course, but they feel like it was always difficult meeting you on middle grounds. And you may resonate with that energy as well, Capricorn, but this person definitely feels like you guys were not able to see eye to eye because you guys were so different. Like possibly what you wanted from this connection versus what this person wanted was just very different, or it could be your love languages, or the way that you've expressed yourself, or they feel like the difference is, yes, they're being highlighted, but they're like, why did Capricorn and I have such a hard time seeing eye to eye? Why could we not meet on middle grounds? And with the Four of Swords, like, there is silence between the both of you, but they're really praying for a breakthrough. As much as they feel like, I need to accept an ending, they can't help but feel connected to you. Tower. Seems to me that, this person could be having a realization of what they no longer have. Almost like that saying where, like, you don't realize what you have until it's gone. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. And I also feel like there's a level of confusion about what's going to happen next. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, let's see. The person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. We have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck here, and we have the Star card, which is your energy. This could be read as new love, okay? I don't want to speak too soon. I want to clarify the energies, but Ace of Cups and the Star card could also be someone who wants to heal a connection that exists, right? So someone who is thinking of you and they want to heal the current dynamic. Like, they wish that things were different between the both of you. Okay. How does this person feel about Aquarius? Ace of Wands, yeah. Someone who's wanting a new beginning with you. The Devil. The Devil has been coming out pretty frequently here. There may be some sort of, addictions or something that is causing your person to feel very held back. You could be dealing with the Capricorn. Three of Cups. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. This is someone who's in between worlds. And what's interesting is, as much as they're in between worlds, they're still thinking about healing or reconnecting with you. So how you will know who this is, it's someone who's very indecisive with you, or there was some sort of an interference in this connection. This person wants to reconnect with you, but they feel entitled to another situation. They want to reconnect with you, but they feel like there's like a monkey on their back that they can't get rid of. And just being completely transparent, this may be someone that put you in a third-party situation where it's like, I want to connect with Aquarius, or I want to reconnect in this case, and I want to heal things, but there's also the interference that was present in the past is still present. That's what I'm getting at here. So whether it's like they're still feeling indecisive, if it's not another relationship, it could be someone who wants to connect with you, but they're not ready for a commitment, or it could be friends or family that's in the way. It's like that interference is still present, but they have this urge to reconnect with you is what's coming through here. Knight of Cups, tell you how they feel. What's the Devil? The King of Wands. They can't deny how they feel towards you is what I'm getting here, Aquarius. Like they can't deny how they feel. They can't deny this deep desire that they have. And this is someone who has been running from their emotions for quite some time. But this is the week where they feel like all of their emotions are resurfacing or kind of coming at them full throttle here. This is someone who really wants to be in your company. They want to be in your presence. And there's something about the way that you make them feel. They don't feel that way with anyone else. But there is a situation at hand that they feel very entitled to. Or there's a situation at hand that they're like, I wish I wasn't, I wish this wasn't like a monkey on my back, or I wish that this wasn't something that was, that I would feel consumed by. There's a lack of freedom that they feel. So what I'm getting at is someone who wants to reconnect with you, but they feel like there are restrictions when it comes to the bond. They can't authentically just express themselves or just be with you and publicize the fact that they are with you. They feel like they have to keep it under wraps. So in a way, this person could be viewing you as temptation, someone that they want but can't have or shouldn't want, right? There could be some sort of like a guilty conscience here. Ten of Wands. They feel the past of this connection has really burdened them. They may feel like, the fact that they were indecisive, it caused this connection to kind of, essentially it caused it to end with the Ten of Wands. And they're carrying this sorrow. They're carrying this regret and guilt with them. And that's what's causing them to want to reach out to you. So like, even though they know the past was very rough, or they feel like I shouldn't be wanting to reconnect with Aquarius, I should just, leave Aquarius alone. They can't help the desire that they feel because there's still some sort of guilt. The emotions that they have for you still exist. It's like carrying a very heavy load is what I'm getting here. This person could have left something behind. So this could be like a physical item, or they feel like you have a part of them or you always will. And I don't mean that in like a cheesy or a corny way, guys. It's just they genuinely feel like you're someone that they're constantly reminded of. They don't feel at peace with the situation. It could even be the way that things ended between the both of you. They're like, I wish that it ended differently, or I wish that I had the opportunity to express how I feel to Aquarius. Because this person's still thinking about you. And they feel like right when they think they're getting over the situation, they receive a sign about you, or something reminds them of you again. And even if they try to forget about the situation, the emotions that they feel for you are still very much present with the Knight of Cups. Nine of Cups, there you go. You're someone who makes this person very happy, although they are acknowledging that they have been very selfish in the past. Or they haven't been considerate of your emotions. Right? It could be an energy of someone feeling like I shouldn't be involved in this connection because I can't give Aquarius what they want because I feel entitled to another situation, but I also can't help how I feel about Aquarius. So I'm going to continue connecting with Aquarius. So in a way, as much as they were giving you attention, they felt like the intentions that they had, right, should have been more pure, or they should have been more open with you. Because it resulted in you feeling that you were being led on in a situation. Knight of Pentacles. What's the Ten of Wands? Four of Wands. Yep. Someone who wants to reconnect with you. Someone who wants reconciliation here, but there's a decision that they need to make. The interference that impacted the bond in the past is still present. And as far as the Knight of Pentacles goes, they don't want things to be stagnant. They don't want things to be at like a standstill. And it's almost like your person is giving in to their urge, like the desire or the urge that they feel. Because a part of them, like the logical side of them is telling them you shouldn't be investing in the situation, or you shouldn't be reconnecting with Aquarius just because you want to. You should be reconnecting with them if you're able to actually make a decision, but they just can't help how they feel. So I think their desire or this urgency that they have to communicate with you is going to outweigh, the logical voice that's telling them, hey, you know, you shouldn't be reconnecting until you get it together or until you make a decision here. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Moving on to Pisces. Okay, Pisces, so the person on your mind and their current feelings towards you. We have the Empress on the bottom of the deck. So some of you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. Split the deck, we have Taurian energy. Wow, okay. This person sees a lot of potential in you or the connection with you. They definitely have commitment on their mind here. But it's also coming through to me as this person's gaining more clarity about you and it's making them want more with you. So like if it's new love, then they feel like they're learning more about you and they're intrigued. You know, if it's someone that you have history with, it could be that they have a better understanding of you and it's, you know, making them intrigued or it's making them want more progress, want to see more progress in this connection. Yeah, a lot of attraction here. It could be a fire sign, 9 of Cups. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, this person, you know, this could be new love, but I'm going to clarify what's going on. It's someone who wants a new beginning with you. They're viewing you as someone that they're very attracted to, someone that they desire, someone who makes them very happy. They feel very fulfilled with you. And we did see the Empress, so they're viewing you as the entire package. You have everything that they could have asked for in a partner. So you're their definition of an ideal partner. I also see it as someone who is like this week when you guys are communicating, they're feeling very excited. Excited to hear from you, excited to see what the future holds. 2 of Wands. They could be communicating with you and telling you specific things or asking you specific questions because they're waiting for some sort of a sign from you with the 2 of Wands. A lot of passion is what's coming through very strongly, 10 of Wands. Things may have been very one-sided between the both of you in the past because they do feel with the 10 of Wands like there's emotions or there's something in particular that they're holding on to that is making them feel very burdened. Or there's something here they feel like they could have avoided in the past and it would have helped the connection in one way or another. But something that I'm getting very strongly here is this person like asking you specific things because they're like waiting for a sign from you or they want to know if you guys are on the same page. 4 of Wands. Yep, commitment on their mind is like as much as they have commitment on their mind, guys, there's like an energy of wanting to connect with you a lot more, or they feel like there should be more consistency before you guys dive into a connection here. But they have a very deep desire. It's just they feel like there are certain things you guys could have done differently or certain things that they could have went about in a different manner and it could have avoided a lot in this connection, like a painful ending or a separation. So they're trying to think thoroughly about their next move. They're trying to be very, like, it's a very premeditated energy. Some of you could be in the same sex relationship, 6 of Wands, yeah. What they want is a successful outcome. You definitely could be dealing with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or this person is just like, you know, very, like they desire you. Their passion is kind of taking over the spread here. Their desire to pursue things with you. They want to give you all of their attention. They want you to know that they're solely focused on you. So this week, not only are they going to be conversing with you, so there could be a lot of back and forth conversation, they're going to be complimenting you quite a bit, or they're going to take the initiative to reach out to you, and you're, you know, in hopes that you understand that they're very focused on you. That's what they want you to know. Like that's the message that's coming through here. Someone who's like, I want Pisces to know that they're the only one that I'm focused on. I want Pisces to know that I do want a connection with them. And so they're proving that to you through their actions. 6 of Cups. Even if it's someone that you have history with, what stands out about the connection that they have with you is the fact that things just flow. Nothing feels forced. And this is a very specific message, but for some of you, this person is thinking about the promises that they made to you in the past that they weren't necessarily able to follow through on. And now there's an energy of, I want to follow through on that. I feel more ready, or I feel more confident to execute this connection. But there's definitely something about things feeling very easy with you, things feeling like it's meant to be. And even if they're connecting with you this week, they're acknowledging what needs to change with that 10 of Wands energy. They're acknowledging, okay, I can't go about things the same way that we used to, that or I can't communicate with Pisces the same way that I used to. There are certain things that they may feel like they were able to get away with in the past, but once there was some sort of clarity that you gained, they know that there are certain things they actually have to change. They have to alter that in order for this connection to work. Queen of Cups, yep. Someone who wants to come together with you is basically what I see here. I see it as a reconciliation, like a deep desire for reconciliation and to do right by you. I also feel like this person is wanting to shower you with like attention. It could even be gifts, but Six of Wands is like someone holding you on a pretty high pedestal, but also just showing you all, like showing you a lot of attention and showing you, you are the one that I'm focused on. You don't have to worry about me, or you don't have to worry about, my focus going elsewhere. So best believe they're going to be very analytical of you this week and pay attention to the details, because there's a heavy fixation on you with the King of Wands and the Six of Wands. Okay. So, my wonderful Pisces, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.